With the well-established XF and the fast and desirable F-Type Coupe and convertible, it's fair to say that the Jaguar range is in a pretty good place at the moment. Now, with the new XE Saloon, Jaguar finally has a new model that can compete with the likes of the BMW 3 Series, Audi A4 and the Mercedes C Class. But buyers in this class are a canny lot and are also concerned about money. We've brought a team of What Car readers along to take a look at the new car and let us know what they think. We've got James, who does a load of miles on an annual basis and wants to upgrade from his current Mini Clubman. Greg has a BMW 3 Series Coupe and with a new baby needs something with a couple more doors. Ian is due to retire soon and is planning on getting a new car to celebrate. Tony was considering a new Mercedes C Class, but wonders if the XE can change his mind. Ian recently sold his BMW M3 and is wondering whether the XE would be a decent replacement.
Very nice, very elegant, clean lines, very distinctive Jaguar look, I would say.
The more you look at it, the more you can see subtle details and lines of a real kind of more thought has gone into the design, particularly the back end, which when you look really closely you can see the F-Type shape coming in, which is far sportier than I expected it to be because it looked bland at first glance, but the more you look, the more you see.
I was a little bit worried when I saw this in the flesh that it'd be too small, but it works for me, and I think on the outside it's aggressive, and I think a Jaguar should be aggressive, and I really like the design features that they built in, like the signature lighting, like the bonnet bulge. I think it works really well, and it drags it up a class for me in that respect.
The driving position was spot on. It seemed to wrap around. I do like the way it flows around you. But yeah, I just feel maybe hasn't really got that luxurious detail that you maybe expect from a, an R Sport £34,000 car.
Quite simple, nice lines, good sort of high quality, soft materials. You can get a good seating position. So it felt very German in its quality and very sensibly laid out. Everything was where you'd expect it to be. Very impressed.
Quality is very nice, it's very elegant inside. It does feel a little bit smaller than I'd expected. Perhaps that's the effect of the doors as they come up and curve inwards. It makes it feel quite cocooned. It's quite a nice look, but we just take a little bit of getting used to.
I'm a little over 6 foot, so I'm a bit concerned about the roof line coming in around about my eyebrow. So if I was looking to my left, visibility was a little bit cramped, or it felt cramped for headspace.
I'm coming out of a coupe, I need 5 seats, so I'm quite happy with the 5th seat being a little bit of a compromise for my occasional 5th passenger, so I think space-wise it's acceptable. I felt comfortable in the back, wouldn't like to go forever in it, but I think it works fine.
It's quite small in the back and it's relatively narrow, so if there's 3 people in the back they'd be fairly squeezed in.
I thought the boot might be a bit bigger, I thought the car might be a little bit wider. But without question, they're compromises I'd make because it has got that youthful look, it has got that sporty look, and I don't want to lose that, but I have to have a 5th seat.
Loads of things included as standard, which is always nice. And I like the idea that the infotainment screen is built in. It looks like it belongs in the car rather than being bolted on as an afterthought. So it just helps everything flow nicely.
Sat nav, Bluetooth, everything like that is just a fantastic thing to have. Normally, you're always paying extra for it, so to have all that fitted as standard is great because it means I can get more for my bucks.
I think, I think a lot of in-car technology is vital in that sort of segment. Being a business car driver, we do look for the kind of gimmicks as well.
I don't need it to be technical to the nth degree. I like a good quality hi-fi. Jaguar would deliver a really good quality hi-fi. I like the ability to have something that I can interact with and personalise, and I'd rather have that with some functional technology than a huge amount of Japanese gizmos, which sometimes work, sometimes don't work, but don't really help me on a day-to-day basis.
Well, in this kind of range, they've got to appeal to the company car driver and also the enthusiast. I'm less interested in its miles to gallon, I'm more interested in performance. So I'd be interested to see the sort of S or R versions of this car in future. It's about the noise, it's about the engagement more than the CO2 emissions for me.
CO2 emissions are very low, especially on the 163 brake horsepower, so brings it under 99. So again, saves me company car tax. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a winner.
So you'll have the company car buyer who is quite conscious about car tax, fuel, emissions. Then you'll have the other end of the scale, someone like me who's probably more interested in the 0 to 60. But the knock-on effect is if I can lower my tax bill, great. But I think they've got the engines right from the 163 to the 180.
Yeah, I think it's very well priced for the sort of size BMW 3 Series you could get. You're getting a very similar car. £31,000 is a very good price for what you're getting. So yeah,
I think a lot of it comes down to what you get as standard. If you go with a BMW option, it might look like an attractive base price, but by the time you put in all the niceties that I like, you're talking another 10 grand on top of the standard list price. So it looks to me as if the model equipment on even the entry level for the Jag is good. But I'd like to see what comes as standard in some of the higher level, more sporty models to know where the price point comes, but it looks as if they're competitively priced.
Financially, I think it works very well. I think it's on the cheaper end of the 3 Series and the A4 spectrum. I think it gives better equipment packages. Looking on the website, you can hugely personalise it, which isn't something I think the business user like myself will do. It certainly appears to be a lot more competitive than the Germans, and that could be the difference for me.
Pricing for the Jaguar XE starts at £26,995 and goes up to about £45,000 for the top of the range S model. And we'll be trying the car in early 2015 though, so keep an eye on whatcar.com for our verdict then, but there is loads more information on this car on the website already, so do search Jaguar on whatcar.com.